There was a reward of $5,000 for killing a regular police officer, $20,000 for an inspector, and $50,000 for killing a police chief. If the attackers were killed during such missions, their families were given $20,000 as insurance. At that time, such amounts were just a dream for ordinary people. Tempted by the money, thousands of boys from slums picked up weapons and took to the streets. They began killing police officers day and night. If any cop was seen outside, he would be shot on the spot. In just a few days, over 1,000 policemen were killed. And all this happened because the police dared to go against the world's most dangerous drug lord, Pablo Escobar. For him, no official rank mattered. Even government officers close to the president were not spared if they went against him. To expand his drug business to the US, Pablo bought an entire island and named it a wildlife sanctuary. But in reality, it was a base for cocaine supply. Trucks were placed on American highways so that planes could land there and the goods would be unloaded openly. In Colombia, 1 kilo of cocaine cost $7,000, but in the US, after being diluted in milk, it was sold at triple the price, up to $150,000. Slowly, most of America's drug trade came under Pablo's control. But the US got worried about the money flowing out of the country. They tried to make a deal with Colombia to catch Pablo. However, they underestimated his power. He had built his own private army of 40,000 soldiers with modern weapons. They were no less than a national military. Pablo began donating houses to the poor, building schools, starting football teams, and showing a good image in the media. This earned him the support of the poor. By bribing politicians, he even made it into the Colombian parliament. But the first time he entered parliament, a minister exposed his criminal background and presented evidence against him. Pablo got angry and had that minister killed. He tortured officers who opposed him. Some were mauled by dogs, while others were sent coffins as threats. With his army of 40,000 and teenage gangsters from slums, the entire country was soaked in blood. No one, neither police nor politicians, felt safe. Eventually, the president formed a military unit and joined forces with the US to launch an operation against Pablo. Anyone caught supporting Pablo was shot dead on the spot. Their bodies were hung on roadsides to spread fear. Gradually, Pablo's weapons and belongings were seized. His associates were killed. He went into hiding. But even then, he started planting bombs. Many lives were lost, and he became more of a terrorist than a mafia boss. People lived in fear of where the next blast would happen. Finally, the government gave in and agreed to a deal. Pablo agreed to surrender, but only if he could build his own jail. He then constructed a massive, luxurious prison with a helipad, football field, bar, dance club, and more. All the staff were his own men. It was more of a resort than a jail. From inside this jail, he restarted his drug business. But one day, two of his partners asked for more money. Pablo had them caught and brutally cut up with a saw. This news leaked out, and the public turned against the government. So, the government decided to shift him to another prison. But when the army arrived, Pablo escaped. Now the government went all out. Rival gangs, the US, and the Colombian military joined forces. All his lawyers, accountants, and partners were killed. His own men began switching sides to save their lives. Pablo was now completely alone. The government captured his family. He had no choice but to call his wife, and through that call, the army tracked his location. They surrounded his hideout. Pablo saw his son one last time and chose to fight. As soon as he fired the first bullet, the army opened fire. Pablo was shot dead, and with that, his reign of terror finally ended.